Hey everyone! Enchanting of gear is a really important part of the game. So in today's video I will share with you my strategy how to enchant gear which I have discovered after lots of years playing this game. My strategy how to enchant gear is a really successful one, and you can check that on my channel in my videos which I have made before. I have on my channel few videos where I take few items and I just go directly to enchanting of gear. However, I need to explain clearly how do I do it. So stay with me for next few minutes to find out how to enchant gear with a better chance. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more videos in the future. Now, first I will show you how not to enchant gear. I will show you wrong way to do it, and trust me when I say I have discovered that on painful way by doing many fails. So let's start with the first strategy which doesn't work good at all. As a player, you communicate with other players in game and you can hear some suggestions how to enchant gear, and one of those ideas which didn't turn out good for me was to enter some PvE instance and then to do enchanting there inside that PvE instance. Because if you enter some instance, idea is that you are not longer on, let's call it, gameplay server, you are moved into instance server, and there you should have better chance to enchant your gear. Other players gave me idea to enter Help Us or other Luna weekly instance and try to enchanting there. So I did that. To do it, yeah, pretty easy guys. You just go to Help Us or other weekly Luna instance, and when you enter inside, basically you can just start the instance, and after that you can start your enchanting, because right now you are in PvE instance and you have all the time you want until the instance is playing auto. Basically you can just enchant your gear. However, this strategy didn't work out good for me at all. I must admit, even I think it was even worse than when I was enchanting normally in, like, I don't know, Dumaha or Lacrum map. So the other suggestion from other players was to actually to move to some map where is not so much people on the map, which is not so crowded. So basically guys, as you can see here, I am standing now in let me see where I will go. I will go into Maha map now directly when I exit this. However, you can change to go to some other map which is not so crowded. You can go, for example, to Poeta, Ingison, Gelkmaros, whatever. And yes, I have tried that. And again, results were the same. I didn't get any better, let's call it better enchanting. And yeah, it was maybe even worse than in Dumaha map. So after I have tried these two strategies, I have decided to make my own strategy, to make something else. So I have decided to try to enchant every few days. After I have collect, let's say, few stones, let's say few legendary stones or ultimate stones or even, let's say, ancient stones, I have tried just to take some item and try to enchant it. And again, my method was not working. I have failed really a lot. On the end, I have discovered the right way for me to enchant. And I believe if you try on this way, you will also have success. So my strategy is next. I do not enchant anything, absolutely anything, for a period, let's say, of 2, 3, even 4 weeks. Nothing. Few weeks, I do only one thing. I just collect stones. I just collect enchanting stones. I collect everything. I collect ancient stones. I collect legendary stones. I collect ultimate stones. And after I collect some decent amount, I don't think it doesn't have to be some large amount, some amazing amount. It can be legendary stones, of course, are really hard to get, so it can be, let's say, 30, 40, 50 legendary stones, or it can be few hundred of ancient stones because they are easier to get. Or regarding ultimate stones, I wait until I don't have, let's say, 5 or 10 of those. And when I collect those stones, I start to enchant. But it's really important to say that during that period of time while you're collecting your enchanting stones, you do not enchant anything. Really nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. Because if you do, if you even try one enchanting, it will be ruined. So for a few weeks, like I said, just collect enchanting stones. And when you finally have it, you open your inventory, you pull your item to the inventory. I never enchant my items on the character. on the profile window when you open it. I always put it in inventory, and then you start enchanting. And you know how you enchant it? You enchant it hard. You need to be aggressive. You put everything you have. There is no mercy, how to say. You cannot just little bit here, little bit there. No, you need to enchant directly and strong. However, there is also, that's not all to say, right? There is also important to say which enchanting stones to use correctly and on which item. So for example, let's start with ancient item. With ancient items, I usually go with ancient enchanting stones, and I go directly with that stones to plus 15. I mean, basically you could try to, when you reach, let's say, plus 14, maybe you can try to use legendary stone. However, ancient stones are easy to get, much more easier than legendary stones and ultimate stones, so don't be afraid. Be brave and hit it strong. Just put everything you have. I will not show you right now that enchanting because it would take too much time. Probably this video would last like 30 minutes. But when you have decent amount of ancient PvP stones on ancient PvE stones, you just hit it hard. You choose item or a few of them and you go to the maximum as you can. Regarding legendary items, there is of course a different story. On legendary items, if you start on 0, first you should use ancient stones until plus 5. When you reach plus 5, then you use legendary stones, and you use legendary stones until plus 10. After that, from plus 10 to plus 11, again use ancient stones. And then from plus 11 to plus 13, you change again to legendary stones. When you reach plus 13, it's time to stop. Then it's time to use ultimate stones. And then again, this is really important. Don't go for enchanting if you have only one stone or two stones or three. No, wait until you have some decent amount of ultimate stones. Let's say you have 5, 7 or 9, and then you just put everything you have your item legendary on plus 13, and I can guarantee you it will go to plus 15, and usually it does go pretty easy. Regarding ultimate items, again, different story, which is really interesting actually. Regarding ultimate items, you can again use ancient stones until plus 5. Actually, maybe plus 4, maybe don't go to plus 5, go to plus 4. After plus 4, you use legendary enchantment stones to go to plus 10. After you reach plus 10, you can try. However, I do not recommend to go to plus 11 with ancient stones again. You should just continue to go directly to plus 14 with legendary enchantment stones. After you reach plus 13, stop again. Stop there, and you are on plus 14. You have your ultimate item on plus 14, and all you need to do now is to enchant it to plus 15. However, again, don't use, I recommend, if you have one stone or two stones or three ultimate stones, don't use that. Just wait until you don't have like 5 or 7 ultimate stones, and then use everything, and it should be really good for you. Now this is the way I do my enchanting, and guys, you can check in my videos. I have made few videos in the past regarding enchanting, and in that videos basically I use lots of stones, like 30, 40, 50, even more legendary stones, or let's say 200 ancient stones, and then I have like 10, 15 ultimate stones. And you will see in that videos, if you use that strategy, and like I said before, it's really important, during that period of time while you're collecting your enchanting stones, don't do any kind of enchanting. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be 4 weeks. I just say like that period of time. In generally speaking, it can be 2 or 3 weeks. You decide. But when you collect some decent amount of enchanting stones, and during that period of time you didn't enchant anything, you just hit it hard. Without mercy, aggressively, you can enchant. And that way, guys, to be honest, like I said, you can check in my videos, which I can make before regarding enchanting. I had really, really decent success. Really little number of fails, and pretty decent number of success. Now, this is my strategy, and this is my way of thinking after a long time playing Aion. This is what I have discovered regarding enchanting. However, like I said, it's not easy to fight against RNG. You cannot fight against RNG. However, I believe that on this way, with this strategy, you can make your enchanting easier and more successful. Tell me in the comments below video, what is your strategy for enchanting? Maybe you have some better way. Maybe my strategy is not so good. However, I believe that this way and this strategy which I am using is really successful one and the best way to enchant gear in Aion. Thank you for watching the video, and if you like it, subscribe to my channel to see more videos in the future. See you soon!